So those of you who like my Facebook page may have seen a Twitter link I posted there a few days ago called Moms Against Gaming. I'll leave a link to it in the description of the video in case you didn't like my Facebook page, which you should really get on if you have a Facebook. Basically, this is a Twitter account made for feminists and mothers to complain about how violent video games are bad and should be banned, right? So by now you're probably thinking, oh wonderful, a violent video game rant, right? Oh goody! Well, guess what? You're wrong. Just to clarify, I wasn't trying to be rude, I was just pointing out the fact that you were wrong. I actually love this user. They make so many good points, and it has given me a whole new outlook on everything. Like seriously, just listen to this tweet. What's the silver bullet to fixing America's obesity and education problems? Banning violent video games. Of course. I mean, I never would have thought it would be something so simple. It's just right there in your face. Remember, banning violent video games will solve all of our problems. As a matter of fact, from here on out, I support anti-violent video game activists. Hell, I even support feminism now. Here's another thing they tweeted that makes a very great point. Gamers will play as a woman as long as her breasts are big and her shorts are short. Typical misogyny. That is so true. I mean, forget Portal, Velvet Assassin, Left 4 Dead, Resident Evil, Assassin's Creed Liberations, and the new Tomb Raider, and every RPG that allows you to customize your character how you want. The only ones gamers like are the ones with big boobies and lots of that leg. Damn. Horseshit! I'm not sure if Moms Against Gaming is a troll account just to get people all rallied up and fight, or if it's a for real 100% legit group of housewives who hate the thought of their children merely having the slightest bit of fun. I think I'm going to go with my troll theory because the things they say are just so outrageously stupid it's hilarious. I wasn't kidding when I said I didn't hate this account. When I found it, I actually followed them. Seriously, this is comedy gold right here. Let me pick out another treat. Most moms are more educated than dads. That's because the dads were sons exposed to violent video games. Be like mom. Now, punctuation is key, okay? But the absolute best part of this account is the idiots who fall for it, on both sides of the controversy, who support violent video games and who oppose it. I read this little Twitter argument. I won't recite it, but I'll put it up on the screen if you want to read it, which I would highly recommend. I suggest you pause the video right now. I'll stop talking for 10 seconds, giving you enough time to pause and unpause to make it through the whole conversation. Okay, ready? Go! Alright, so I hope you read that. If you didn't, oh well, your loss. But yeah, it pretty much continues like that for a long time. Back on the topic, I actually think this account may be trying to make a statement. These people will blame their own mistakes on everything else around them that they know people are a bit shaky on just to cause problems, and they have no real claims to back that up. How many people play violent video games? Millions. How many people play violent video games and then commit violent acts in the real world? Let's say, for the sake of argument, that violent acts could mean anything from getting into a punchy fight to committing mass murders. A few hundred, yeah. Now, how many people commit these violent acts because of gaming? Well, not many. Maybe if you were to take 100 people who play violent video games and commit violent acts in real life, I'd say about 65 of them would claim that they did it because of video games, but only about 25 of them would mean it. This is because they like to blame things on everyone. Like there's that one kid a while back, I heard this a few months ago, maybe even a year ago, but there was this one kid who killed his parents or something like that, and he blamed it on Halo, saying that he thought that if he killed them, then he could hit the restart button and everything would be back to normal. Now see, the problem with this is there's no restart button on the Xbox, so, you know, this kind of plays into the whole blaming everything on everyone around them just to cause problems and get the blame off themselves. Anyways, and then the 25 out of the 100 violent video game players who commit these violent acts, they would only do that because they're mentally disturbed in some way. It's not influence from the video games at all. Keep in mind though that millions of people actually do play video games. Has the Antichrist risen and society fallen yet? Not since I last checked. Maybe Fox News says so, but really, why listen to them? No, we're all fine. Get over it. Guys who actually believe this, just calm the hell down. And on a related topic, I'd like to announce that I am now officially going to open a Twitter account for this channel. I wouldn't expect a whole lot of unique content because that's all on my Facebook. I'm not a huge fan of Twitter, but if Facebook isn't your thing and you like to get updates on my new videos and maybe a random tweet once in a while, I'll leave a link to my Twitter account in the description of the video. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm always open to new perspectives and happy to hear what others have to say. If you have a new suggestion for a video, private message me on YouTube, Facebook, in person, or tweet me with hashtag #BBGvideo and I'll take it into consideration and maybe even add it to my list of potential topics if I think it's interesting enough. Goodbye, children.